You want to add to the show? What are you waiting for? Don't just sit there. Say something. Now, back to the studio with Rod.
Welcome back, everybody. It is the overtime segment here on the old Rod Pedersen Show, brought to you by Emerald Water, the OT refresher. Just want to do a quick sports on tap tonight. There are no games in the dub. A nice long Christmas schedule, particularly for the East Conference teams. If you want some good hockey talk and dub talk, go back to hour one of our program. Cole Sillinger, the Medicine Hat Tigers, was with us right here in the bunker. This is a guy that they're saying, when the Tigers come to your town, you got to buy a ticket to watch this kid. And I can't remember the last time that's happened in the dub.
No, he's worth the price of admission for sure. There is a few guys like that. I mean, the Pat said their guys rolling. Sam Steele was one of those guys.
True.
The Blade said that with the Russian Sherbak. He was electric.
Nikita Sherbak,
He was electric, but...
SJ last night, Battlefords beat Humboldt 4-2 in a hotly contested game at the North Battleford Civic Center. Tonight, the Notre Dame Hounds are at Kindersley, the Clip Joint. And as we pointed out earlier, no NFL Thursday nighter. There are 3 games, however, on Saturday to kick off Week 16 in the NFL. So that's sports on tap for the Tap. Brew Pub and Eatery, Regina's only drive-through beer and wine store. Pull that mic right up if you don't mind. Ian Crosbie joining us from Sask Snow Beef. How are you, buddy?
Doing very well, thanks.
What brings you to town?
A little Christmas shopping. There's a bit more variety in Regina than Moose Shop, perhaps.
Mm-hmm. Anybody, where are you hitting? Tell us, where are you going? Or is that letting the cat out of the bag?
Not per se, no. Just shopping for my wife. I only have to look after her, so you got to do it right. And
there you go.
Yeah, maybe I can find a few stocking stuffers floating around here or something.
Yes,
like that
we got whatever you want. We got some good Sasky stuff here. Speaking of Moose Jaw, we got lots of stuff for you, Ian. But you brought some steaks in here, Sask Snow Beef. What's the deal?
I figured I would bring the boys in a couple Christmas gifts you guys can take home and do things up right around your family. Maybe give them all a taste of some Saskatchewan snow beef. So.
Clark says, hold the stakes up, Darren. Yeah, don't be so stingy.
Let's see. What did you bring in, Rod? You got to get your pick in.
This is Wagyu beef, right?
What do you like?
Absolutely, yeah.
Superior marbling in taste.
You're the cattle guy. Do you have the your preference on your cut here?
Can you guess what those are, Rod, by chance?
Oh yeah, let's play the game.
I don't know, a Kansas City strip loin.
Okay, so this one here.
Is there a New York there?
There is no New York. I did not. That's the one cut I did not bring in, actually.
Why don't you tell me? Because I eat it all, man.
So you go here.
Strip loin.
This will be the Colorado steak. This is a couple of the cuts that we always have at Local and Fresh Air. You're not going to find them at a typical, maybe if you go to a butcher shop and get them to cut it out. But we have everything. The whole cow is available there. So this one, you're not going to go find it at Safeway. That's the Denver steak right there, Colorado style.
All right.
Tenderloin, filet mignon. That's my
wife's
Cadillac
favorite
right there. Absolutely.
My wife's favorite.
Okay, well, we better send you home with those ones then,
The
Rod.
Cadillac of steaks.
Then?
The ribeye. It's got to be, that's the man steak.
My
right
favorite.
There.
There's mine.
Did you want the ribeye?
You hit me right in the heart. Yeah.
Okay, set that one up.
The ribeye.
And then this one is what they call the queen of steaks in Brazil. That's the picanha.
Ooh.
And
wow.
maybe a little lesser known, but it's kind of a hidden gem. And top sirloin cap would be another name that you use for that steak. But
are you, just to veer off beef for a second, are you in withdrawal that the Dub's not playing right now? Because you're like the most hardcore Dub fan in southern Saskatchewan, I think.
Oh, I would like to be.
You're right up there if you're not number one.
Yeah, maybe a little bit, I guess. World Juniors kind of fills that void a little bit.
True.
There's enough Dub players floating in and around on the team this year. So, unfortunately, Jet Wu is not. That was one of the things.
Yeah.
Him not even getting invited to camp, it kind of irked me a little
Burned
bit.
you, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. Because, you always want to have your connection to your team on the World Juniors. That kind of, really gets you interested into it. And Moose Shaw's having a bit of an off year this year, but that was...
Was that expected?
Yeah.
Yeah, to a point, but I had expected, they started out the year really, really hot. And I had thought, maybe if some of these young players could step in and some of these 18, 19-year-olds would step up. But the wheels kind of fell off there with the whole tap horn thing. And then they left the team. And then, a couple of our scores we were trading away. And all of a sudden, it was all the kids. Like, Moose Shaw's dressing like 12, 13 rookies every single night. And
Braden Tracy hasn't been playing.
No, but
the early,
the last couple games. Well, not the last couple, but the very last game when Kelowna was in town, that was the first time where Tracy looked like himself again, I thought. And so, maybe in the new year, some of those kids will come and step up. And
still half a season to go.
Absolutely.
Right? So,
they're not too far out of a playoff spot. And the East itself is kind of, outside of PA, it's up for grabs, essentially. So
one of the guys, I was thinking about it, but Braden Point's one of those guys who was worth the price of admission, too. Man, he was good to watch. One of my favorite players to ever watch in the dub. But I wanted to ask you about Tim Hunter's comments, because in Saskatoon they're going through that whole the expectations were super high and they're unable to hit it because of the dock thing, and I kind of explained that. But Tim Hunter has kind of switched his tune completely this year, and he's kind of said, it's different. I'm actually coaching the kids now. I'm teaching the game again because we got young kids and we're building to 2 years from now. And so he's been honest and upfront about that.
Sounds like job preservation to me.
Sure, but he's been honest about that, and I feel like people in Moose Jaw aren't that upset anymore because the expectations are a little more realistic, and you can get excited about the group that's coming in a couple of years because there's some really good young players.
People are always going to be upset when your team's not doing well. The coach's head is always going to be called for. You have your fans and people. They're always after him, but the best things that ever happened to Moose Jaw, as far as I'm concerned, was Tim Hunter and Alan Miller. They've brought some consistency to the team. We would have a decent team one year, and then you'd go 3 bad years. And since they've been in, their winning percentage has been fantastic. And yeah, it's a bit of a step back this year, but I would love to see them renew his contract for another couple of years and see if they can do it again. We had the best team we've ever had 2 years ago, and unfortunately it didn't work out the way we'd wanted. But that's just the year it was. That was a fun year to watch hockey, though, for sure. It was kind of almost like, especially going down the trade deadline, and that I was thinking about today, it was almost like the movie Anchorman, where you got the three different news crews, and they all kind of like, it was a big gunfight there, and Regina, Swift Current, they were all, and Moose Jaw, they were all after one another trying to...
It was fun, wasn't it?
Oh, it was
It may be a while before we see that again. By the way, I'm going to read in a minute our last Prairie Mobile text for the day at 840-8777. That's 306-840-8777. Prairie Mobile, a very prairie Christmas. Receive a free wireless charging pad with your accessory purchase of $80 or more. People that just tuned in, this is Ian Crosbie from Sask Snow Beef and Crosby Holsteins. We just had on Monday Gabriel Napton, CFL defensive lineman, a cattleman from Colorado.
That's why I was thinking about the Colorado steak.
Yeah. When you buy beef and eat beef, you're supporting guys like this and Gabe Napton. Okay? That's all you need to know. And where can people get their Sask Snow Beef in Saskatchewan, Ian?
Either contact myself, come out to the farm, love to have you out, or in Regina, local and fresh. It's a spot you got to go check out because they support everything Saskatchewan, and it's a really cool, unique venue. If you're ever looking for to host an event or a wedding reception or anything like that, go check it out. It's a great spot.
I was at an event there. I don't know, this may sound like an insult, but you wouldn't even know you were in Regina.
Wow.
Is that an insult?
No.
It's just so, I don't know. It's a pretty cool event. New York, Miami, and LA was fit right in with all those. It's really cool.
Yeah.
On the Prairie Mobile text line, Metal Shingle Guy writes in about our best hockey moments.
Okay.
And he says, have to say my best hockey from when I was a kid, 1972, Canada-Russia, they brought a TV into the classroom. So you're revealing your age a little bit there, Metal Shingle Guy. For me, it's still 87 Canada Cup, as Johnny Schmidt and I agreed. Again, there's no right or wrong answer, but Ian, what was your best Team Canada or international memory of hockey that you can remember?
The one that stands out the most would be probably anything to do with World Juniors, and then even with that, we've won enough times, but the one that stood out was watching that game where Team Canada unfolded when Marc-Andre Fleury, remember when he...
That was horrible. 2003 World Juniors.
I don't know why that just jumped out at me, but it was one of the worst ones, but just watching all that unfold was probably the one that sticks out the most.
There you go. So most memorable, not the best.
I was pain here.
Yeah. Moose Jaw's never won, We've never actually gotten there. So
I was upset because Josh Harding was the backup to Marc-Andre Fleury, and I'm like, why is he even in the net?
He would have stopped.
Should have been Harding. Anyways, okay, Ian, thanks for stopping by, my man. Merry Christmas.
Perfect. To you guys as well.
Dupes, see you tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay, it'll be a Football Friday tomorrow with John Frenzy and the gang. We'll see you at 10 a.m. Central right here on Facebook Live.
You're watching Rod Pedersen On Demand. For more of The Rod Pedersen Show, visit rodpedersen.com or follow Rod Pedersen on social media.